Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you all are doing well. So in today's video, I have a soft glam / glam summer makeup tutorial for you guys on this look right here. I had so much fun playing with this new palette that I recently got in my makeup collection, and that is the Beauty Bakerie Sour Ya Doin' eyeshadow palette. This palette has beautiful colors in it, you guys. As you can see on my face, I created this really fun pinky orange summer look for you guys, and I hope you guys enjoy it. So if you guys are interested in knowing how I created this makeup look, and if you're interested in knowing what my honest thoughts are on this eyeshadow palette, then make sure to keep on watching. Alright you guys, so to start off, I'm going to prime my face, and I'll be going in with this new primer that I recently got in a BoxyCharm package. This is the Skin Inc Supplement Bar Serum Glow Filter. This basically adds really nice brightness and hydration to the face, and it really preps it for makeup. So I have been loving this. So next I want to go ahead in and color correct my face, and lately I've been loving this new color corrector. It's by Charlotte Tilbury, and this is in the shade Medium 2. So this is what it looks like, you guys. You can see that this color corrector is a lot lighter than the one that I typically use, which is the MAC Peach Luster color correcting stick. I find that my hyperpigmentation is starting to go down because of my skincare routine. If you guys want to know what my morning skincare routine is, I'll have the video linked up here. I did a vlog where I shared my routine with you guys. So yeah, I just feel like I don't need that much color corrector anymore. So I've been loving this product because it's a lot lighter and it's just a little bit softer on the face. So I'm just gonna pop this on and blend it out. I'm basically just taking the product and then melting it onto my skin. I'm just doing some soft dabbing motions and pressing it into the skin. I do have a little bit of redness because I just fixed up my brows, so I'm adding a little bit of color corrector there. And then just in little areas where I have some acne scars, where I feel like I need just a little bit extra coverage. So next I'm going to jump into foundation, and of course this is going to not be a shock at all that I'm going in with the Too Faced Born This Way foundation. You guys know how much I love this foundation. It's definitely a ride or die. It's a fan favorite. It's beautiful. It has such an amazing finish, you guys, and medium to full coverage, so you really get good coverage with this foundation. I get so many compliments when I use this foundation, so of course I'm going ahead in with it today. So I'm just gonna take a couple of drops and I'm just going to blend it out with my finger a little bit, and then I'll go in and soften it out with a beauty sponge and really get it into the skin. Alright, so foundation is done. Now I want to go ahead in and just pop on some lip plumping gloss. I want this to kind of set in place and do its thing and really hydrate and plump up my lips while I go in and work on my eyes. So the product that I love to use to really prep my lips is the Too Faced Lip Injection Extreme. So now I'm going to jump into the eyes. So I'm going to go in with some Nars Radiant Creamy Concealer, and this is just going to help prime my lids. So I'm just going to pop a little bit of this on, and you can use any full coverage concealer. It doesn't have to be the Nars one. I just recommend a full and heavy duty concealer because that's what's going to really help set your eyes in place and really help the eyeshadow stay in place. So just keep that in mind when you're picking a concealer. So just taking a beauty sponge, I'm going to blend this concealer out onto my entire lid. And then I'm just gonna set the lids in place with my Laura Mercier translucent setting powder. Alright you guys, so I'm super excited to be jumping into the star of the show today, which is the Sour Ya Doin Beauty Bakerie eyeshadow palette. I'm super excited to be playing with such a fun summer palette and creating a fun summer makeup look for you guys. So let me open up the palette and show you guys how beautiful it is. So this is what the palette looks like, you guys. I absolutely love the colors in here. I feel like they're so much fun, and there's also some beautiful neutral shades that will be useful for everyday looks as well. So today I want to do like a soft glam fun look that will be easy to achieve and will be beautiful for the summertime. So I'm really excited to be playing with it today. So I'm going to start off by taking the shade Sweet, and I'm going to take this color onto my crease with a kind of medium-sized blending brush. And I'm focusing this on the crease. This is like a beautiful pink shade. I think it's so fun for the summer, and it's gonna match really well with the top that I'm wearing. So I'm loving it. And in terms of the quality of the shadow, I feel like it's really nicely blending. I'm not having trouble blending. I do feel like the pigment is a bit soft, like I'm having to build it up, but that's okay. As I am building, the pigment is kind of starting to show. And I think the biggest thing is that it's easily blendable. Like I'm not having trouble working with the eyeshadow, and I think that's the most important thing that I personally look for. So far I am enjoying this. So next I want to go ahead in and cut just a portion of my crease where I want to pat on some shimmer from the palette, a little bit of a foil type eyeshadow, and to do so I want to go in with some concealer, and I'm going to just take a flat brush that's going to help me kind of spread out the concealer on my lids, and I'm going to just cut out an area where I want to really pack on the eyeshadow. So I'm just going to take a little bit of concealer on the back of my hand, and just taking a little bit of the concealer on my flat brush, I'm going to kind of carve out where I want to apply the eyeshadow. Alright, so I'm all done kind of mapping out the concealer, and again, it doesn't have to be perfect because it's just a guide. I want it to be a soft, smoky eye. I don't want a harsh cut crease. So I really want to go ahead in with the shade Sangria, which is this shade right here. So I'm going to take this color and kind of pat it on to the inner corner. This is so beautiful. Do you guys see how pigmented this color is? This is like a foil shimmer type of eyeshadow, and I think it is so lovely. There is a little bit of fallout, but that's okay. I'm just gonna flick it away with my brush, and this is why we wait to do our under eye concealer anyway, for this type of fallout. Once applied to the lid, it kind of has a pink undertone, which I feel like you can't see when it's on the palette. Next, I'm going in with the shade Refresher. This color really caught my eye, and I want to apply this kind of on the middle area of the lid. This one is also super pigmented, and you can see how beautiful that is. I'm going to bring this color a little bit closer to the inner corners because I want it to take up more lid space. I don't want the inner corner to be too much. I want it to be really subtle, just to brighten and open the eyes a bit. Going back in with the brush that I used to apply the inner corner shade, I'm just blending the two shadows out to make sure that there's no harsh lines. And then just going in with the crease brush that I used and blending everything out to again make sure that there's no harsh lines. Next, I'm taking the shade Cocktails and taking this on a big blending brush. I'm going to concentrate this color on the outer corners of my eyes. And this is just gonna add really nice dimension to my eyes. I think this eyeshadow color is definitely my favorite in the palette, and that is because I really like the pigment. I really like how easily it's blending, and I love how it's just tying the look together. Taking the brush that I used to apply Sweet, which was the crease shade, I'm just gonna go back in and really blend this color out onto the crease. and I'm also going to blend it out onto the outer corners and create like a nice outer V shape. And this is just going to help really smoke everything out and make everything look really effortless and clean. So I'm going in with my favorite concealer. This is my favorite full coverage concealer. I have been using it throughout the video. It's the Nars Radiant Creamy Concealer. And I'm gonna apply this on the under eyes as well as a little bit on my forehead, down the bridge of my nose, and a little bit on my chin, just to balance out the face. And you can see here I'm using the concealer just to clean up the edge of the eyeshadow and creating that nice outer V. And to set my face in place, I'm going in with my Mercier Translucent Setting Powder. So I'm gonna let the setting powder set in place for a little bit, and while it's doing its thing, I wanna take off the gloss that I have had on my lips for a little bit now. So you can see that my lips are a little bit more plump and they're a little red, which means they are a little irritated, and that's because the gloss really did its thing and it plumped up my lips. So I'm really happy with that. So now I'm gonna go ahead in and do my brows, and for brows I'm using the Benefit Give Me Brow, and I'm in the shade 4. I love using this product because it makes doing your brows so quick and easy. You just have to brush out your brows and they're done within minutes. I'm actually gonna go ahead in and wipe away the setting powder because it's all done setting on my face. I'm taking any additional product and I'm actually just blending it downwards onto my cheeks because I want to set my face in place with a little bit of powder, because I'll be powder contouring and powder highlighting and adding powder blush onto my face. So I don't want it to go on patchy, so it's important to just set your foundation in place. And I find the easiest thing to use is just a little bit of translucent setting powder. So next I'm gonna go in with eyeliner. For eyeliner, I'm going in with the Tattoo Liner by KVD Vegan Beauty. All right, you guys, eyeliner is all done. Now I wanna work on my lower lash line before I pop on some false lashes. So I'm going back in to the Doin eyeshadow palette, and I'm gonna first go in with the shade Sweet, and I'm going to apply this onto the entire lower lash line. And then following that, I'll be going in with Cocktails of the brown shade, and I'll just apply a little bit of this on the outer portion of the lower lash line. And I'm just applying these eyeshadows on the lower lash line with a pencil brush. This is a Morphe M431 pencil brush. So I'm just using this to smoke out the eyeshadow on the lower lash line. Taking the same brush, I'm taking Cocktails and I'm applying this brown shade on the outer portion of the lower lash line. I'm going to quickly go off camera and pop on some false lashes and also apply some mascara. So I'm going in with two of my favorite lash products of all time. I'll be using the MAC Stack Mascara, and for falsies I'll be using one of my all-time favorites, my go-to false lashes, and that is the Kiss #1 lashes. Alright, so eyes are complete and I am loving them. Next I'm going to go ahead in and contour my face, and I'm using the Huda bronzer to do so. Taking this color on a small eyeshadow brush, I'm also going to contour out my nose. It's going to take a little bit of setting powder to clean up the contour. For blush, I'm going in with this BECCA blush that I recently rediscovered in my makeup collection. This is the Snapdragon blush, and I love it. It's such a beautiful, bright pink, kind of a subtle peachy toned color. I feel like it's perfect for summer, and I'm so happy that I came across it at the perfect time. And I feel like it's gonna go really well with the eyes. I cannot get enough of this blush. It's so beautiful, you guys. Just to soften out the color a little, I'm going in with a separate brush that I use to apply like setting powder or to wipe away setting powder. So I'm just taking that same brush and I'm softening out the blush so it's not super harsh, but it's still nice and pigmented on the face. I'm also just going to clean up the contour a little bit and just blend that out. So next I want to go ahead and highlight my face, and I'm grabbing the Fenty Beauty Hustla Baby highlight. I'm being very generous with the highlight because this is a really glowy, fun summer look. I really want to be shining and shimmering, so I'm adding a lot of highlight, not being afraid to even overdo it just a little bit on the Cupid's bow for some brightening, and just down the bridge of my nose and the tip. I'm actually going to take a little bit of the highlight and apply it to the inner corners with just a small pencil brush, and I'm also going to drag it onto the inner corners of the lower lash line. This is going to really help pop the eyes. Alright, and the very last thing I have to do is my lips, so I'm going to go ahead and line them. I'm using the ColourPop Lippie Pencil in the shade BFF4. And for lipstick, I'm going in with the Huda Beauty Power Bullet Matte Lipstick, and this is in the shade Interview. Alright you guys, so that is pretty much it for today's summer makeup tutorial. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. I had so much fun creating this soft glam / glam summer makeup tutorial for you guys. I love the colors of the Sour Doin eyeshadow palette by the beauty Bakerie. I honestly really enjoyed this palette and I can't wait to use it again. If you guys want to see more tutorials with this, then make sure to give this video a big thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell so you never miss an upload. Of course, all of the products that I used today in the tutorial will be listed down below in the description box, so make sure you guys check that out. If there is a makeup product you want me to review, or if there is a specific tutorial you would like to see from me, make sure to leave a comment down below and I'll definitely try and follow up on those. And you guys, that is pretty much it. I want to thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye guys!